So
Yo,
right
what does our boy Sean here have to say about Christian content creators? I'm putting my boy at fucking 1.5 speed. I gotta hear what he's saying.
now, I think there's a unique opportunity for Christian content creators when it comes to YouTube and social media. And in this video, I just wanted to actually share, just kind of from the heart,
Buddy, you're
as well as
live.
get into 6 things I wrote down and a bunch of different Bible verses that I think we need to know as Christians. Now, as you might know, Think Media Podcast, our brand Think Media, we help people with cameras and YouTube, and we have a divergent audience with diverse beliefs and backgrounds and
We have a neurodivergent audience.
business owners and all kinds of people. But our message definitely resonates with those that would say, you know, I'm a Christian and I've got some, that's my faith personally. And so I really have some powerful things I want to share that I think will be valuable to you. And, you know, if you're not a Christian, then you may not want to watch this video, but you're certainly welcome here as well. So, you know, Billy Graham said that I believe one of the next great moves of God is going to be through believers in the marketplace. And I think that there's a massive opportunity right now. If you have a message, a business, if you're a Christian business owner, a Christian content creator, kingdom entrepreneur, to really lean in, because there's massive opportunity happening specifically with YouTube and for content creators. And so let's dive into some of the thoughts that I wrote down. But number one is we were created to create. You know, God is a creator. And what's fascinating to me is the 5th word in the Bible.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Okay, I like that. Okay, this guy's got a good message.
Is God revealing himself as a creator. It says, in the beginning, God created. How crazy is it that the first thing that God revealed about himself was not that he was loving, was not that he was holy, was not any of these.
See, and this is where it gets scary for me. This is where it gets scary for me that like it's like kind of like just Christians playing into like this like sense of ego. Oh, I'm a creative. Let's let him cook though. I like what he's saying overall.
These other things, but that he was a creator. And ultimately being made in the image of God. The Hebrew word for that is bara, and it's to create, to shape, and to form. You know, what we do as content creators is we're making something out of nothing. We're using our phones and cameras. We are telling stories. We're building businesses. We are launching products. We're creating something. I believe we are most like we are looking like God, created in God's image when we are creating. And you
in pro-capitalism engagement.
We're created to create. God is a maker. You were created to make and
spell God backwards.
Build something. And so I think that now is a massive time. If you've had something.
Oh, I would also just like to, for anyone that hasn't heard me yap about this, which I think chat most of you have, but just in case any of you haven't, I am like spiritual. I'm just not like tapped in on organized Christianity anymore. I used to be, but like now I'm like kind of on this whole like there's some sort of creator energy that moves me, and I know that it's like everything's gonna work out the way that it's supposed to, but like I'm not like putting a label on it, and like, you know, I'm gonna have a sense of connection to the universe and whatever God power there might be, but I'm not gonna spend my days and nights worrying about it type energy.
Something stirring in your heart to share, something to put out there.
Oh, and I fuck with tarot cards. Yo, chat, if we get real bored during this marathon stream, which I don't think we will because I'm doing ADHD shit like this, I can read y'all's tarot cards if anybody wants.
World, this will be the time to jump in. What are you waiting for? What's holding you back? And by the way, I'm going to be doing Q&A here in a little bit towards the end. And smash like if you're getting value.
I'm an atheist, but if God's... Wait. I'm an atheist, but if is a God... but if there is a God, that's kind of cool, I guess. That's kind of sick or whatever. I like to imagine a giant toddler sitting in a creek playing with clay when Christians explain the Christian God. I mean, yeah.
Let's go number 2. We were given a mission from Jesus.
I like this guy. I like this guy. He's got his fucking shit. I mean, I've watched this guy's shit before. I'm blanking on his name, but I've watched a lot of his content, especially when I was like still working at a church.
It says, therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I commanded you. As surely I'm with you always to the very end of the age. Here's what I want to lean in on. Teaching them to obey everything I commanded you. You know, when Jesus said this at the end of the book of Matthew, the question was, well, what did he teach? And what did he tell? What was the content of that? You know, fast forward to
I'm really interested to hear what he says.
Today we have the full Bible, the full canon, and it's all inspired. But in the context of this quote from Jesus, he's referring to some things that were just shared over the previous months and years. And he was like, these are the things you should teach everybody. By the way, the Great Commission is not just for a pastor or for a church. It's for anybody that would call themselves a Christ follower. So what I think this is so important for content creators. Number one, we were created to create. Number two, we were given a mission from Jesus. It is my conviction that this isn't just for Christian, that the only type of content creators representing Jesus should be creating Christian content. Fair? In fact, sometimes people are like, I didn't even really know, Sean, that you were a Christian. That kind of surprised me because, you know, I didn't hear you talk about it or something. And the reason was that for that had a lot to do with the fact that I don't do Christian camera reviews. I don't believe there's such a thing. You know what I mean? Like, what does it make sense? You just do camera reviews. I think there's something about being.
Yo, that's fire. No, that's fire. No, I like what he's saying right now, dude. This is the type of Christian that I would like chop it up with, and I'd like talk to him like, yeah. So like, what do you think? Like, what do you believe about this? Yeah, okay. So you're like feeling a connection with like God and the Spirit. Okay, yeah, no, I like that, dude. I'd smoke some weed with him. We'd get high. Just kidding. I'd take like one little puff, and I'd be like, yo. Holy shit, dude. Jesus died on the cross. I wouldn't smoke weed with them. That would not be a productive conversation. It would be a very, very sober conversation.
able to be salt and light. If you do have a Bible study channel, a discipleship channel, you're creating Christian content that's overtly Christian, that's amazing. But there's a lot of opportunity. And so when Jesus said, hey, teach disciples, go make disciples and teach them everything I commanded you. What are some of the stuff that Jesus taught? Well, from an overview, I looked at Matthew and looked through the Gospels. He taught stuff like don't be angry with people. So when I think about the power of starting a YouTube channel, we can start a YouTube channel around so many different niches or backgrounds or topics. So there could be personal development channels, right? He taught have integrity in your sexuality. He teach about relationships. You can talk about YouTube channels that are about these different areas of life. This is probably the most overtly scripture-based video I've ever done. But like you're not gonna be quoting scripture necessarily to teach a biblical word.
Anytime somebody talking about Christianity says anything about sexuality, I immediately go, what do you mean though? What do you mean? What are we talking about here exactly? Break it down for me a little bit. Well, what I mean is men shouldn't have sex with other men. It's like, brother, fuck, so close. I feel like I've had that a lot of times with Christians. Like, fuck, man, you were talking about loving people and forgiveness and, you know, this is sick, connecting to a higher power of some form and how that gives you peace in your life, how you think that can help. Oh, but you fucking strongly disagree with people that are just living their lives and I can tell that you feel uncomfortable around them. Dude, that's pretty fun. I'm not going to lie, bro. At the church I used to work at, there was a person that was on the production team at the specific venue they were doing church services at that was gay. And watching these people interact with somebody that they knew was gay, priceless. Priceless, brother. I'll give the Christians one thing. There's proof that a man named Jesus lived around the time that God's son was born. Boom. I once was in the park laying on the grass, and a homeless dude came up to me. He said, if God ain't real, then how do you explain all this mother nature and grass? And I said, science, I guess. And he said, shit, you right. Funniest interaction. Anyways, I'll let Sean cook some more, dude. This is nice, dude. He talks real chill and like slow, so like if I put it on 2x speed, it still makes sense to me.
Worldview, or to share the highest level principles that exist in the created universe created by God, which would be the very word of God. So what else? He said, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Be people of your word. So in business, like a business channel, that's the number one business verse in the Bible, I think, is let your yes be yes and your no be no. So like make a promise and deliver on your promise. Can you imagine? I went to the restaurant, they promised me the food would be good, it was good. I gave them 5 stars on Yelp, the restaurant blew up. I made a promise as a Christian coach to deliver results. Someone hired me, I delivered the result, they gave me a great review. Like that's like the number one verse of business. So just this idea that there could be emotional intelligence channels, personality. Oh,
by the way, when he's talking about sexuality, I just want to say this because I might make this a YouTube video, a little like Chris reacts or whatever. He could just be talking about like marriage and how there's like a whole thing where Christians are like, don't have sex until you're married, which for me personally, I don't agree with, but I respect that. And if somebody wants to follow that, I'm happy for them. Fucking turn up. For me personally, I don't think that's really safe because there can be so much sexual incompatibility in a relationship that I think that you probably want to at least bump uglies a couple times before you're like, yep, the rest of my life I'm gonna be together, because I've seen multiple Christian relationships. They get married and then they divorce like a year, 2, 3 years later because they literally just got married to have sex. I mean, not only to have sex, right? But that was like a big thing. Is like, oh my God, we're not supposed to have sex till we get married. Well, let's just get married because everybody we know is getting married at 18, 19, 20. Let's just do that because, it's like everybody does that. And then it's like, oh man, bro, like, the sex doesn't work. The sex doesn't work. Maybe they don't work. Because another thing is you can't live together, Maybe living together doesn't work out. Because that's another thing. I would say you should live together, at least for a little bit. Even if you are still abstinent, I still think living together for at least a small period of time is really important because you totally learn about yourself living with someone else. You totally learn about the strength of that relationship once you're with that person every single day, As a former Catholic, I've seen a lot of my friends get divorced early and are on their second or even third marriages in their late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, bro, absolutely. Christianity has also been manipulated for different beliefs. Yes, that is the main thing. Is that people will manipulate and bend these words in the gospel and take things out of context. Where, again, at the end of the day, like, if I ever come back around to Christianity or, when I give Christians, like, credit and shit like that, is like, dude, Jesus just said to love everyone. He just said to love everyone. That's the main thing. So, like, even if you really do believe that there wasn't mistranslations of like basically the Bible condemning gay people, which, at least from what I've seen, there's a lot of proof that those were mistranslations, and I would like to believe that if, Jesus and God of the Christian Bible are real, I'd like to believe that those are mistranslations. Because it was made by men who are imperfect and are full of sin, and have their own selfish reasons behind it. But I think things get twisted a lot. I think they get twisted a lot and are used to fuck things up. Oh, and coming back around to what I was trying to come around to there is like, even if you believe that, right, that shit wasn't taken out of context, you should still love all those people just as much as you would love anyone else, There's evidence of Jesus, but there's no proof he did any of the miracles people claim in the Bible. Yeah, I mean, I literally watched a video about like how, televangelists heal people, and it's like a lot of times like a certain effect on their brain, And then Dr. K was talking about how that can happen sometimes too, even with like people that are like, like the power of positivity and shit like that. Like sometimes your brain can literally just like fix a lot of things for you, and then sometimes it's just completely unexplainable, I'm waiting until marriage, but it isn't a religious thing. It's just a trauma thing. That's fair. That's valid. I used to do research on it, and I found it actually interesting. Older ones are very wholesome. I remember seeing that there was a preaching of man should not share bed with boy, basically meaning not to lay with children because it's a sin, and it's been manipulated and changed to man should not share bed with another man. Yeah, that is what I've heard the most. That's what I've heard the most, is that it is a mistranslation from boy to man. And then it's basically like either conservative Christians or just organized religion have taken that and basically ran with it. Instead, we get people like Harrison Butler Butker, I think is how you say his name, telling women about to graduate, to get knocked up and give up their future careers and get married. Dude, I have not talked about that, right? But I think that's just it was just dumb, dude. It was just dumb of him to say. Like, if he wanted to sit there and acknowledge his wife and be like, women, maybe if you've never thought about it, you should think about it because my wife feels this way, but I'm also proud of all the women that are pursuing careers and making it their own way and doing their own thing and having their own independence. Something like that. Like, brother, you don't have to take such a fucking hard stance. And I think it's lame that he and other people are trying to back that up, him spewing that bullshit through the lens of Christianity. Because Jesus didn't say that shit. Jesus didn't say that shit. Oh, and these fucks are like, there was no women pastors. That was the church that I used to work at. They were like, there's no women pastors. Yeah, dude, it was a different fucking time. Do you want to fucking devolve to that time too? Because you fucking cheating on your wife should get you hung on a fucking cross, bitch boy. Now, do you want to do that too? Are we going to revert to those times? Like, fuck that. Fuck that.
Personality tests. You could be talking about relationships. You could talk about business. Don't retaliate when you're wrong. Love your enemies. Give to the needy. Opportunities for nonprofits or philanthropic efforts. Make your business about more than money. Helping people, life coaches, helping people navigate life and go to a deeper level. Because if life was only about money, right, then we'll end up with an empty life. Don't judge others. Pray. Don't be anxious or worried.
Dude, yeah, dude. He's kicking out the fucking he's knocking it out the park right now.
Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Be careful with who you partner with. These are just like a couple quick overviews of the stuff that Jesus taught on. So it's like when I think about people in our community, it's like we can have RV channels and DIY channels and artistic channels and business channels and personal finance channels. What's interesting is that's all in there. Jesus taught on all that stuff, right? And so number two is we were given a mission, and I think there's a unique opportunity for Christian content creators to fulfill the mission of Jesus. In some cases, start a Bible study channel. That's amazing. Start a channel for your church. But on the other hand, too, we can fulfill the Great Commission.
Dude, I wanted to start a channel for the fucking church that I used to work for so bad, and I pushed so hard. And they kept like being like, no, we're not going to use YouTube. No, we don't want to use YouTube. Like all that shit. Now, do you want to know where they put all their YouTube or all their YouTube? Do you want to know where they house all their fucking church content? All their church video content? YouTube. I was on that shit in 2014. Telling them like, yo, you should use YouTube. Why aren't you guys using YouTube? Why are you guys not streaming to YouTube? They had Restream accounts. I use fucking Restream accounts now. If we even want households to be supported on one income, we actually have to pay people enough to? Yes. Hey, if we want to follow the Bible, most of the population should have their eyes removed for looking at naughty things. True, that too, bro.
Partly with YouTube, with social media. right? We have a massive opportunity.
Well, I mean, the Old Testament, right? Like, that's the other thing that I think people will literally take a stance and ruin like friendships and ruin connections and completely taint people's views of God based off the Old Testament, which Jesus literally was like, yeah, like we're not going to worry about that. Literally focus on what I'm saying right now. Love everyone. And then they were like, oh, okay, hate gay people. Okay, I got it, dude. Yo, what's up, Sharia? He said the word pride and got scared people would mistake it for gay pride and called the whole month a sin. Yo, who did that? Was it fucking, what's his name? He doesn't have to die, but a bus can run him over. Also, apparently can't eat shrimp, even though Americans just bankrupt a Red Lobster for eating too much endless shrimp. What is the truth? Oh, Harrison Butker? Is that what happened? Is that what happened, dude? I'll have to watch that whole speech and laugh at it. Anyways, I think his name's Sean. I could be. Oh yeah, it is Sean. I think he's knocking it out of the park right now. He's saying this is like, again, this is the type of Christian that I would actually want to like hang out with and be friends with and hear their ideologies on things and like hear what they have to say. You know, clearly he's like more pro like capitalism and shit like that than me, obviously, right? It's like, you know, I mean, I'll be turning up my own little capitalist ways sometimes, selling merch, you know, doing YouTube channels, getting ad rev, you know, but also like, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he is. I mean, none of the shit that he said really, he wasn't like, yeah, fucking, you know, whatever. Underpay your workers. Christian, what are we watching? I was looking at my old YouTube channel and this came up and I recognized this dude. I was like, yo, let's see what this guy got to say. And it kind of opened up this nice conversation that we're having right now. Sorry, thank you for the lurk. Jesus literally came and that's why there's the new covenant and that replaced the old covenant, aka all the rules in the Old Testament and all that. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's what these motherfuckers, they'll get so hung up on the Old Testament and like fuck so much shit up because the Old Testament's like, brother, like what the fuck? That shit's fucked up. That makes everything look way worse. I think it's the funniest things when I see anti-Semitic Christians like, brother in Christ, literally he was Jewish himself. Yes, bro.
Let's go to number 3. Number 3, we are called to be salt and light. Check out this from the Message paraphrase, this verse of Matthew 5:14-16. It says this. Here's another way to put it. You're here to be light, bringing out the God colors in the world. God is not a secret to be kept. We are going public with this. As public as a city on a hill. If I make you light bearers and you don't think I'm going to hide you under a bucket to you, I'm putting you on a light stand. Now that I've put you on a hilltop on a light stand, shine. Keep an open house. Be generous with your lives. By opening up to others, you'll prompt people to open up with God, this generous Father in heaven. And I love that. You are here to be light and to bring out the God colors in the world. So if you've got...
Bro, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. The thing that pushed me away from Christianity so hard was the fact that all the Christians that I was around, almost all of them like did me dirty in one way or another. And I had no good like Christian friends. Like there was literally no one in my life at that time that I wanted to be close with. Now I've like opened back up opportunities for these people that were previously in my life that I like worked with or whatever, right? Well, I mean, maybe there was like a couple that I wanted to, but like, you know, I just didn't share enough common interests with. And the overarching group of people made me so much not want to be a part of like Christianity or anything that I was like, oh, damn. Because it happened in a very like pinnacle part of my like growth as a human being. I was getting like very like, I was like, okay, what do I actually believe in the world? And it was in 2020. So it was like every Christian pretty much either didn't say shit or was anti BLM. They either didn't say shit or they were anti-vax. They either didn't say shit or they were anti-abortion. And listen, you can like argue all the merits of that, whatever, if you believe it or not, if you're like whatever. But for me personally, in my own personal life, I was like, oh, these people are so against everything that I think is important in my life that and like just having empathy towards others and caring about others and trying to be safe, that I don't think I want to be associated with any of these people anymore. And I already had like, there's already like cracks in the foundation a lot for my like faith in like the Christian God. I was just like, okay, dude, I'm gonna do my own thing. And I still really like, there is a couple of people in my life. I mean, shout out I don't want to say them by name because I don't want to like give their name away or anything like that because I didn't ask to be involved in this internet shit. There's like probably like 2 people that I will actively still converse with that I used to work with, right? Maybe 3, sort of 3, right? And I don't have any like hate or animosity towards them. I really try and unlearn all of the like hate and animosity that I have towards any of those people, unless they specifically went after my mom on the internet, you know, and myself and my belief system and said that I should go hang myself. That was a pretty cool conversation. But yeah. Surprise broskies. I have a certification 3 in Christian ministry and theology. Yo. Most of the young men that I knew in Christianity SA'd or sexually harassed women, even though sex is a sin. Yes. Yes, that is a huge thing, bro. That is a huge fucking thing when it comes to like religion and shit. Is like these people are so pent up, like you can't have sex outside of marriage. You can't look at like, you know, pornography of any kind. You can't masturbate. So like here's the thing, like, you know, even if you want to be like, you know, sexless before marriage, it's like, maybe I'm wrong here, but I've heard this and I do believe this. It is healthy for men to nut every now and then. I know it's a crazy fucking thing. You gotta fucking you gotta let that demon out, brother. You know, I'm not like a super fucking sexual dude, but you know, every now and then you gotta fucking, and then you got some crazy post nut clarity, and you're like, oh dude, fuck. Let me go back to doing whatever the fuck I was doing, you know? And that, I think, is like a lot of that shit. I mean, also there is, you know, a lot of times like questionable character and shit like that. Also, I think that's why a lot of young, like church kids get pregnant and then have to get married and then have like horrible lives because they're forced into a life. Most of the time, the women are forced into a life that they don't want. Is because in Christianity, and I experienced this myself, it's not like, oh yeah, so if you're gonna have sex, right? If you've made that decision, you want to wear a condom, you want to be safe. Here's how to like have sex safely, you know. You don't get that. You don't get any of that. This is what you get. Oh, your fucking protection to not have a kid is not having sex at all. Well, dude, fucking teenagers are horny, brother. Hate to tell you this. It is literally when people are the most horny, bro. 16-year-old me compared to me now. 16-year-old. Oh my god, I can just imagine my mom at work like, oh, I'm awake when he's live. I'm gonna join in on his stream, and I'm having this convo right now. Anyways, 16-year-old me was a demon, bro. I was like, yo, I need to have intercourse, you know? Let me get in that thing. Me now, I'm just kind of like, I'm chilling. Yeah, okay, I'll turn up one time every now and then, but I'm not like, yo. Like, it's not like the driving force for my life form anymore, you know? I have a greater purpose than just busting nuts. Back in the day, I was on demon time, slime. Anyways, let me catch up with chat here. I respect a lot of religions. I love the idea of it being a form of meditation and comfort for people. But once it turns into ethic cleansings or just harm in general for the greater God, then that's when it becomes the fucking problem goes for any religion. Yeah, bro, that's so fair, dude. That's so fair. One thing that makes me still believe in the Christian God is the car accident I had last year, because I literally rolled the car and landed upside down and walked out without so much as a bruise, let alone a head injury or other serious injury. Like, to me, that's got to be a miracle. I don't care if I've shown you guys how bad it was and the photos or anything, but I can send it in Discord if y'all want to see. Yeah, Shreya, I mean, right before you got here, I was basically describing, like, my belief system. I still, like, believe in a higher power. I still believe in, like, a form of a God. I just, like, don't so much worry about it, you know, like, as much. I'm not, like, constantly, like, stressing about it. I even, like, pray sometimes still and, like, turn up with that shit. So I totally get that. And I totally get it. Like, the people that believe in the Christian God, you know? Like, that's awesome. And like, I'm fucking stoked for them. Anybody that has any sense of a higher power or like whatever, like, I'm excited and happy for them as long as they aren't like, you know, mean to other people, which Shreya, I know you are a very loving person and you care about everyone. So I appreciate you and your viewpoint. I made my first communion confirmed in the Catholic Church, but they still don't have great views on gay people, and I'm gay, lol. Growing up, though, I enjoyed church, but it's the people, not the scripture, that's the problem in a lot of cases. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, yeah. Sure, I'm glad you're okay, homie, by the way. That is fucking insane. I honestly don't get it. As a man, why doesn't it make you... Oh, why doesn't it make you fucking angry? Because it's obviously makes it look bad for men and also religion. I will never second guess when I hear that another man has done some fucked up because so many people don't condemn anything. That's true too, bro. That's true too. Like, there's literally that clip of that dude being like, yeah, I cheated on my wife with a 14-year-old girl and I'm a sinner and I need to grow from it. And he gets a standing ovation at this church. Like, brother, no. No! No! We're not going to do that. We're not going to be okay with this. Oh, yeah, dude. Also, another thing that pushed me away from faith is literally these fuckers arguing with me on Facebook. This dude... Okay, so there was one worship pastor that literally just shit on me and laughed at me and fucking wanted to Facebook debate me, right? From the church I used to work at. Now, the church that we were going to right before COVID... That was literally like one of the coolest places to me. I looked up to a bunch of these people. The dude that I specifically like looked up to pretty much the most, that I like pretty much idolized, right? Which is not right, but I didn't realize that at the time. I was just like, this dude's really cool. Like, he fucking is the lead worship pastor and he sings real nice and like he knows what he's doing and he's awesome. He's cool. He's got this cool aesthetic. He drives a Tesla, right? All that shit. He gets into an argument about me because I said that fucking Kodak Black had shitty political views. And then he gets into an argument with me, and then he fucking, like, sub-posts me on Facebook. I'm like, brother, what? And that's when I was, like, straight up like, yup. I'm not a Christian anymore. Any semblance or hope of me being a Christian ever again, at least at this point in my life, is out the window. But that was in, like, 2021, so, yeah. Because I'm glad we didn't know each other at 16 because I would have killed you, not gonna lie. Well, I mean, listen, I made myself sound like a goblin. I wasn't. I was still like, you know, I fucking contained myself, you know. I wasn't a fucking actual gremlin. But it was definitely like something I thought about a lot more and I like put a lot more thought into. Oh, stop it. I actually love you so much, Chrissy. Yo, I got you, gangster. I was kind of cringe, but I've literally prayed to find a vape, and then as soon as I'm done, I freaking find it. Yo, shout out Jay Wizzle here, real one for that. If I see a religion talking and it's a white middle-aged man, 98% of the time I can predict what's going to happen. There's a reason why this country has a problem when the church has more power than the state. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that is a big problem right now. Dredge, what's up, gangster? How's it going, bro? How's life, dude? How the streams been going? Are you radiant yet in Valo?
You want to build a brand. You want to create a merch line. You want to launch music. You want to inspire people with creativity. You want to help bullet journals. You're here to bring out the God colors in the world, to help people. In like the NIV, it talks about your salt and light, a city on a hill not to be hidden, so that people would see your good works and praise your Father in heaven. Question is, how can they see your good works if you're not uploading videos? How can they see good works if you get
Yo, get in the lab and cook some shit.
Distracted or you get discouraged and you get sidelined and you're not posting? What would it look like if we were creating content that brought the God colors out in the world? And you know, there's an old like saying that it's better to light one candle than to curse the darkness. And our conviction kind of think media, I know there's all different expressions of Christianity, is sometimes I get a little uncomfortable though when Christians are just known for what they're against and not for what they're for.
Holy shit, yo. Sean is cooking. Yo, this dude, he fucking, he's cooking a meal right. He's sizzling it up. What? Yo, this guy's chill as fuck. Going good, bro, and I've been taking a break from Valorant, been playing other games. Dude, that's so fair. Bro, I spent so much time playing Valorant. And honestly, I had a lot of good times with it, and I don't really regret it that much. But there is parts of me that is like, I could have also been playing like at least a couple other games and not just devoting my life to this fucking game. Yo, Nike, I appreciate you, bro. Sleep extra. We'll have a great day tomorrow, King. Thank you again for the raid. I really love this community / chat. Yo, thank you, Urban. Appreciate you, bro. Glad you do, bro. I'm always trying to, get a nice, the community in a nice place and, have people that listen to each other and care about each other. Start Minecraft hardcore and some PUBG. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Dredge, if you are looking for an indie, indie story game at any point to play that is painfully underrated, Cloudpunk. It is fucking amazing, bro. One of my favorite games of all times. I found it last year because I literally bought a Humble Bundle package and it was in there. And when I was like, oh, I'll play this. It's probably gonna be like 30 minutes. Dude, it was like a 9-hour playthrough. And it was like some of my favorite moments on stream. One of my favorite fucking games. Highly recommend. Loki, I just want to study over religions and gods like Odin. Chris, will you look into other religions with me? Yes. I really want to look into what Native Americans believed. Also, chat, the conversation I had with Lindbergh actually the other night, we were discussing if Native American is offensive or not. And we were both like, he thought I said it was offensive. And I was like, no, I don't know. Is it offensive? Is saying Native American offensive? Bro, how come the lore in other religions are so much cooler? It looks really, really good. Might have to do a playthrough. Dude, fuck yeah. You can also get the key for it sometimes on like Humble Bundle and shit like that, or like Fanatical, like cheaper than the Steam price. I love hearing about different faiths and beliefs. Hell yeah. Oh, you should also look into some Aboriginal Dreamtime stories too. I like the Rainbow Serpents, or Rainbow Serpent / Snake. Oh, okay.
When they're just known for maybe picketing in front of places and criticizing things they don't agree with. While maybe you feel called to that, that's between you and God. But I think the big opportunity is rather than curse the darkness, it's better to light one candle. What does that mean? There's a book called Next Christians by Gay Lyons, and it talks about the way to actually shape culture is not to curse culture, but it's to create more culture. So if you want to really influence the music industry, it's not to just be like, oh, that music is bad. It's you go make some good music. If you really want to influence the YouTube world or the social media.
Yo. Sharia.
7 months subversary, baby.
Yo,
Sparkling heart, sparkling heart, sparkling heart.
Obama. Thank you, Sharia. I appreciate you, homie. Also, you added 8 minutes to the clock. 8 more minutes. I think it's not offensive. Yeah, because I was thinking about it, like, unless I'm completely understanding, maybe I'll like do a Google search and a deep dive on this. Yes, absolutely, Chucky. Yeah, because that was the thing, is that like that because they called them Indian because they thought they were in India. They were like, yeah, and I think that like that makes total sense to me, that would be like offensive. Yes. Also, Sharade, it's at 11 hours, 21 minutes, and 40 seconds. My best friend is Native. When I first met him within the same week, I said Indian, and I got scared because I thought I accidentally misused the term. He told me in his community in college, nobody cares because they like to view it as they claimed back the word. They use the term Native all the time. Like, okay, I got you. Yeah, I think it's like one of those things where if like somebody truly cares about it, that it could be hurt by it, they're going to educate you, right? They're going to educate you in a very nice way. Like someone who has different pronouns, but you call them by like their, like what you assume their pronouns are. They'll be like, hey, no, you didn't mean any harm by it, but I do go by like they, them pronouns. You'll be like, oh, okay, word, yeah. Okay, my family is Native American, but I don't feel like I have any right to say which one is offensive. They've always claimed themselves. Okay, got you. Also, that Native hate crime that just happened within 30 minutes from where I live. Jesus Christ. It's extremely sad. Yeah, dude. That shit is fucking wild, bro. I'm sorry that happened near you, though, Urban. I'm sorry that happened in general, bro.
a world, go make the best content in the world. Actually light a candle, upload some content. Now I know that there's a time and place for ideas, idea wars, debates, speaking directly to different ideologies and worldviews, and I'm all for it. If you feel called to political places or all these different things, but there's just such a massive opportunity for you to be salt and light and to go public with this and to shine like a city on a hill. And I think this makes people uncomfortable because some people, especially Christians, they're like, I just don't want to promote myself. It's a good point because we need to be humble, right? But there's a difference between toxic ambition or selfish ambition and godly ambition. And
Oh, dude. By the way, I think that there is so much in Christianity, at least from listening to like some of the sermons I've tried to listen to like since my like leaving Christianity, and also like getting into Taoism a little bit and like understanding those beliefs and like ego death, right? And ego death is like basically like a bastardized version of explaining it in the West, but like basically removing your sense of self, right, from a lot of things. I think that's like what like Christianity is like right on the like the like tips of that, pretty much is the best way I can describe it. Almost 10 hours into a stream. My brain is fried. Basically, it's like right on the outside of it. But also the problem I think with Christianity is that, like, at least for me, and this is why I personally was like, oh, okay, I don't think Christianity is like exactly what would like calm my brain, is Christianity, the constant thing that's driven in your head, at least in the organized Christianity that I was a part of, is that God made you. You are in the image of God. You need to go share the gospel. You are this. You are that. It's like, bro, for me personally, removing my sense of self from things is the most peaceful thing. If I can remove myself and just be like, this human body is but a vessel that I am existing in, and I am not my brain, I am not my thoughts, I am the thing that is currently existing here right now. I'm the thing experiencing this. That makes me so much more at ease. And it also makes me feel like I can love more people more. I have never felt like such a sense of like living for other human beings than I did after I left Christianity. Prior to that, I felt like I had to live for human beings or other humans because I had to like save them from hell. Now I feel like I just love people, right? And that I think should be what like Christianity is used for. You love other people. And like if the Christian God is real, he's going to put a little thing in the back of their brain that's going to be like, hey, ask them about what they believe. Hey, ask them about their faith. Hey, ask them what give them this intention, you know? I don't know. Also, from a little Aboriginal technology lesson, you have to capitalize Aboriginal. So it's not Aboriginal. You shouldn't say, I can't even say that, as this is considered derogatory and offensive. Also, in talking about the indigenous peoples of Australia, the proper term is Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Did I say that even remotely right? I'm white as fuck and definitely benefit off of white privilege, so I don't have any ground to stand on. I've only ever heard the word is offensive recently, but I've never heard my family say it's offensive. Word. I like that there are different branches to Christianity. Yes. Although I don't like my dad, he joined a separate church and belief system that were more accepting to queer people. My sister is trans, and my dad's finally getting around. Yo, that's awesome. Also, it's good to know what land you're on in Australia, so I know here in Port Pirie, SA, I'm gonna botch that if I try and read that. That's where I live for uni in the city. Oh, okay. So white person as well. I obviously don't have a say, but learning from my best friend, I've noticed it's just different in many different areas. So as long as people aren't insensitive and hateful, I'd say it's interesting to learn. Yeah, you pretty much got it right. Think of pronunciation as Torres Strait. Torres? Oh, Torres Strait. No, word. I thought you were saying like Torres, like straight Torres. But Torres Strait is the name. Word.
And if your godly ambition is that God would be glorified through your works, that you bring out the God colors in the world, that you recognize there's a lot of evil and there's a lot of falsehood and there's a need of truth and there's a need of beauty and there's a need of God's wisdom being brought into the world, that's a pretty good reason to shine bright. So that's a good reason to try to go viral. That's a good reason to try to get subscribers. It's a good reason. And it's literally a command. Like Jesus is like, yo, you need to shine brighter. Yeah, you're sitting on a hill. I'm not trying to hide you. Like you are light bearers.
Yo, get in there, my G. Yo, you tapped in. Get in the cut. Thank you for the 2x speed. I got you, bro. We probably aren't gonna watch this whole thing. I want to hear some of his points, and they're actually like really good. Yo, what's up, Base Nick? I think Josh is asleep right now, but he might be waking up soon. I think he went to bed like 4 hours ago.
Ultimately, not so that we have glory for ourselves, but that we could give glory to God, right? And so
I'm calling. Josh is gonna be here. It's gonna be 11:20. Wake his ass IP up. Yo, what?
So we are called to be salt and light. And as you may know, salt is a preserving agent. You know, sometimes people go, man, social media is pretty dark. There's a lot. As a father now, with a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old, well, social media's got a lot of darkness on it. Fair enough. And you should definitely be thoughtful and for yourself or for your family or for your kids. But why? And the reason I want to make this video too is just because as a Christian myself, I'm very familiar with this world. Been in church for the last lot of years, you know, maybe since 2003 or 20 years or something, like really in church. So I've been Christian for a while. And certain mindsets I'll see is people hesitate. Oh, I just want to be humble. I don't know if that's real humility. It's probably false humility because meanwhile, God's calling you to shine and to go do something and build something and reach someone and impact someone.
I also believe that you can be like very selfless and still be a content creator if you do it right and you constantly check yourself, right? Like I definitely have a sense of self and like ego and like whatever that I constantly try and rein in with content creation. Always, bro. Because another thing is like you're gonna get humbled one way or another. You're gonna have that video that is fucking doing horrible, you know? I think that's why I'm so okay with having that other YouTube channel that I have now that literally videos will get 3 views. It's okay. Now, when a bunch of videos start getting thousands of views, I'm like, holy fuck. This is so sick. I'm awesome. But, I've really tried to remove my sense of self from it. Yo, Evo, have an amazing day. Appreciate you hanging. I might still be live whenever you're winding down if we get some more people donating. Even if we don't, you know, I might still be live then. So feel free to stop back in. Yeah, appreciate you. Knuckle push-ups. Okay, we're changing the push-ups now. Okay.
And that sometimes we don't. We need a preserving agent. Salt is a preserving agent where social media is so dark. Well,
I might go because life has been hectic recently. Long story short, my bestie's having psychosis episode and is now in the hospital. They're okay, but things got crazy and unsafe. I've just danced for like 4 hours straight at rehearsal for The Addams Family, which is a musical I'm doing. So I'm going to go eat and sleep because it's nearly 9:30 p.m. Yo, Shreya, sending you and your bestie love. Sleep well. If I don't talk to you again before you guys do The Addams Family, I hope it goes amazing. Yeah, appreciate you, dude. Jump in a lake, morning, but I woke up and you still have 11 hours? Yes, sir. Good morning, Kilo. How's it going, gangsta?
Well, then why don't you light a light to stand for truth, to counteract if the people are creating other culture? And a lot of people are trying to cancel Christian voices. It seems to be that it's not very popular. Those that are convicted with Christian values are not very popular in culture these days. But ultimately, it is our responsibility, understanding that that's just going to be what it is. And what shocks me is people get mad when Christians share their point of view, but a lot of people aren't getting mad when other people share their point of view. I'm a free speech person. That's why I think it's everybody's freedom to create YouTube videos. It's your tube. So this is a message, an urgent message to you as a Christian content creator or someone who's aspiring to do that. Plenty of other people are being very loud about their beliefs, their values, their worldviews, and that's their choice to do. And I respect their freedom to do that because that's what free speech really is. Here's my question. Where are the Christians? Where everybody else is being loud, sharing their worldview, and that's their free will to do that. Why aren't you? You're called to be salt, light, to shine. And it has been.
I think this could fall into a very toxic place that a lot of people I've realized in like faith and Christianity fall into as viewing themselves as the oppressed ones, right? And I think this happens with a lot of people. And I think it's just like kind of a default of humans is like viewing their like group as the oppressed ones, right? Here's the thing. Like people in the LGBTQI plus community, I think have a certain right to say that to a certain extent. You know, some people go above and beyond and will literally like, you know, I don't know, dude. Their car will break down and they'll be like, the mechanics hated me because I was gay. And that's why my car broke down. It's like, brother, whoa, calm down. Okay. There is some very, very, very rare instances where that is true, right? But, you know, there are some people that will, you know, judge people for being gay or trans or whatever it is. You know, asexual, anything like that. there are some people that do that. And I think it's fair that in today's world, there is still that sense, right? Gay marriage wasn't legal until not that long ago. Like, these people, black people literally have the same thing. It wasn't that long ago that segregation was a thing, brother. These people have the right to at least be like, yo, there are a lot of positions where I'm oppressed. My people are oppressed. Recently, my people were oppressed. Christianity as a whole act like they are the minority a lot of times. And I'm sure there are some cases where people just bluntly hate Christians, right? Because they're an atheist or they have a different belief system, right? But that is not a majority of the time in America. And it is very rare that you are judged and put down because you are a Christian. This is something I realized in my own world. I thought the same shit. And I think the problem with Christianity in particular with this mindset is that it's like a lot of people say it. A lot of people say it, and they don't, like, the people who don't disagree don't shut it down either. So it's kind of like an echo chamber, right? And I think there are some times where that's fair. Some people, there are small instances where that is true. But it's like Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate, or people who follow Andrew Tate, probably had one bad experience with one woman that had really shallow standards, and now they want to label every woman that way. There is 2% of the time that Christians are actually judged, and then the rest of the 98% want to go off and be like, we're oppressed. Brother, there's 2.2 billion of y'all, maybe more at this point. You're not the oppressed force here, brother. There, you can acknowledge that maybe you're misrepresented or misjudged sometimes, right? But trying to act like your entire thing, and that is my biggest problem why I can't listen to any of the Christian rap music I used to, as somebody that's still has a sense of higher power and was cool with hearing Christian ideologies and shit and my normal daily whatever. Is that the whole thing behind a lot of those songs were we're oppressed. They might shut us down. Literally KB in 116. I was listening to that the other day. He's they might kill us. I'm what? Brother, no one is going to kill you in America for your Christian faith. I don't know how to tell you this. I mean, again, there are very, very rare cases where this happens, right? I already know if this video, if I make this YouTube video and it does well on the YouTube channel, people are going to be actually, in this case, yes. Again, it does happen. There are very rare cases where it happens, right? But you're not a minority. It's not you are not, there's so much representation for Christianity in politics too, for the people who make the rules. Bro, just cut most of this out of your head that you are the oppressed force, and I guarantee you life will be better and you will feel like you can share your truth way more. Okay? You're not wait until there's legitimate proof. Be skeptical of the fact that you are the oppressed force. Be skeptical of that, and then you'll be oh, yeah, dude, I'm fucking chilling. Dude, I work my office job and I'll talk about my fucking, beliefs every now and then. Nobody will fucking persecute me for it, or put me down for it. Some people might not listen to me, but most people will just at least hear me out, Once your sons are being beaten and have their hair sliced off because their hair connects them to their beliefs, then you have the right to say you're oppressed. Yo, true. I think once your family is being dragged onto the street and murdered, or your children are being hung, then you have the right to say you're oppressed. Yeah. 100% Andrew Tate and Aiden Ross have ruined the mindset of a generation of young men. The neighbor I recently got high with meeting for the first time went off onto an Aiden Ross speech, and I found it sad because my neighbor himself is black and Aiden Ross is just so obviously racist. It just made me sad. Well, I think I could be wrong, but I felt like Aiden Ross is biracial. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, here's the thing, and Dr. K says, and I agree with him so fucking much about this. The reason why Andrew Tate Sorry, I can't fucking almost 9 or 10 hours into a stream. My brain is fucking broken. What's up, Tass? How's it going, gangster? Is because Andrew Tate will validify men's feelings on the fact that they go through pain and that they are hurt. And that is a human being thing. It doesn't matter because people will be like, oh, you know, especially if you're like, you know, white dudes. Oh, there's the fucking patriarchy. You have white privilege, like all this shit. That shouldn't negate people's suffering. You know, everyone suffers. That is the one thing that you are guaranteed in life is that you're gonna suffer. You know, that should not, you should not be discredited for that, no matter what you look like, and what your circumstances might be, you know? So that is the one thing where I'm like, yo, yes. But the thing is like Andrew Tate. Yeah, Andrew Tate. Sorry, I thought I said Aiden Tate again. Andrew Tate, Aiden Ross, those kind of people. And Aiden Ross has gotten a little better, and he's been a little less, you know, crazy than he was in like 2023, right? 2023, Aiden Ross is kind of crazy, going off the deep end. But like Andrew Tate, Sneeko, those kind of people is the fix for that of like being like hurt and upset and sad is like, oh, go to the gym and make lots of money. It's like, no, dude. Like there's so many different ways that you can fix like your circumstances and make yourself happier, you know? Like there's so many different ways you can do it. For me personally, again, it was like a sense of spirituality that I wasn't forced into and I felt like was my own. You know, this sense of spirituality and sense of removing myself from, my sense of me, like who I am, removing that, identity from my brain, or like at least a little bit. Aiden Ross is also extremely transphobic. He is, yeah, claiming it's being pushed onto kids. Crazy watching XQC debate him. Oh yeah, the Aiden Ross retired thing was a shtick. I had a mental breakdown and now I'm at my mother's. You know, the usual. I'm sorry, Taz, you doing okay? There were young teenagers who came out as gay and they were found lynched. Once that happens to the average white Christian, then they have the right to say they're oppressed. Yes. XQC actually putting up a fight was not something I thought I'd see. Yeah, X has actually been pretty good. I mean, unless it's Destiny that he's like disagreeing with. X is pretty good at like staying up, at least for like LGBTQIA plus rights, you know? Okay, okay, let's see. We're probably not going to watch all of this, but I do overall like what Sean is saying, and I agree with him. Freedom of speech is important.
Then every once in a while, catch his vision in our community. Like, man, it'd be really awesome if there was like more positive content, more uplifting. Maybe you feel like you're called to be a kids creator. Now that I have my son who watches YouTube Kids, I'm like, I was talking to Griffin Fox this weekend at church about this, just hanging out outside in Las Vegas, and he was like, I was like, bro, you can really create some amazing kids content. He's been in kids ministry and all this stuff, and I was like, but we don't need just like one channel creating like great children's content. We need thousands. Like, do you understand how big? There's 2.6 billion monthly active users on YouTube right now. There's 50 billion monthly shorts views being consumed. YouTube Kids is this massive app. And again, while I don't necessarily agree, or there's plenty of stuff I don't agree with, I believe it's their freedom to upload. It is everybody's freedom to upload whatever content they want.
True. I was gonna say it would, like, in the perfect world, there would just be there would be a lot of different content creators on the YouTube Kids apps for different religions and stuff, so that kids could hear. Because I think if I was like introduced to different ideologies as a kid, I probably would have been able to form this like ideology that I have a lot sooner. It would have made my life way less stressful. The main thing, oh yeah, dude, I love Austin Show. The main thing is, I think a lot for Christianity, I don't know about other religions because I wasn't a part of another religion for 20 plus years, is that immediately anything that doesn't go exactly with like what they are teaching is immediately like written off as like false teaching, you know, like Satanism, fucking magic, wizardry, Satan. But it's like, dude, if I could have just like removed this sense of self, which I learned from like Taoism and yogi teaching, you know, that would have given me so much more peace with life. You know I keep harping on this, and sorry, I'm sure I sound like a broken record. This is just my own personal truth for my life. Like, if I could have just learned a couple of these ideologies, I like so much of my life would have been less stressful. I wouldn't have like almost killed myself at 15. Like, you know, like this shit would not be so fucking serious. reading the word oppressor or oppressed makes me think of the Jesus Peace song. That song's so fucking hard. Zachary, what's up, dude? Are you done streaming? What do you mean? What do you mean, Zachary? Rare Christian Church W. Wait, I'm being burned because they had other abilities than what the Christians taught. Yeah, dude, they would burn women at the stake for being a witch for fucking reading. Accidental reading. Might actually say a word of a book the husband's reading, and they're like, "You're a witch." One of my favorite things from Austin, and this was with Ludwig, was you can say one F slur, but you have to suck a cock each time. Dude, he's so funny. Taz, I hope you were born as a woman in your next life. What are we watching? We're watching A Message to Christian Content Creators. It caught my attention just because I'm interested to hear what this guy said, and he's been spitting so far.
According to YouTube's community guidelines, right? And so rather than spend all this time,
not that I'm Christian, but just like hearing what he has to say about this. No titties. Oh, you're cooked, buddy.
Analyzing and calculating how dark the world is, I'm just challenging us together and myself. Why don't we light a candle? Why don't we go start creating great content? So if you're just joining, my name is Sean Cannell, runs a YouTube channel, and it's funny and cheesy but true. And we're talking about 6 things that
Potassium, you can be a lesbian doggy girl in the next life. That's who you're gonna be, dude. You're gonna spawn back. They're gonna wind back the clock and just spawn you inside of them. That's gonna be you in the next life. How does that feel?
I've kind of discovered in scripture that I think we need to know as Christian content creators.
Oh.
And that could be that you have a Bible study channel, or it could just be that you're a business owner, a content creator, an entrepreneur, you're building a personal brand, you're a minister, you're a pastor.
Being a lesbian would go crazy, not gonna lie. My fucking joke went right over your head. Yeah, dude, being a lesbian would be hard, huh? I mean, like, straight up, removing my, my little joke that I made, or, like, the joke that I was trying to refer to that went over your head. Being a lesbian would be hard.
Your message out there or something, and you may be overtly, a Christian channel, or you may just be like a faith-based person who's really also saying, how can I use YouTube and social media to spread messages that matter, or to just build my business, to solve entrepreneurs solve problems for a profit. So how can I weave this into my business? I think the opportunity is, and I'll do some Q&A here in a while. Thanks for being here live, Zeb, I see you, and Skelky, and I see you, Sharon and Anthony and Brandon and Zeb. That's right, Pastor Trey Van Camp. We need thousands of us to press upload to the glory of God. I agree 100%. Okay, so
oh, dude, yeah. Also, like, Christian content bangs, right? Because there are people on the internet. Here's the thing with like YouTube fucking garnering and following and like getting views and the algorithm and everything. Like, interactions boost you in the algorithm. So if somebody really disagrees with your taste or your voice, and this will happen no matter what belief system you push, no matter what ideology you have, if you speak on what you believe in, there are always going to be people that disagree with you on the internet. So YouTube, Christian channels do amazing. No, like, if they know how to title and tag and make thumbnails, they do amazing no matter what. It is a good market to be in. Like, literally, like, Pastor Reacts to Blank. There's a YouTube like mentor / like I'm not even sure what word I'm looking for. But basically they help run a YouTube channel where a pastor like makes videos for like a church account. And they do like Pastor Reacts to Joe Rogan's theory on blah, blah, blah. Or Pastor Reacts to, or Pastor says why God is real. These kind of things. And now the comments, a lot of the times, like, they'll show like the analytics and like the first 3 comments will not agree, but they will have hundreds of thousands or millions of views. They will be they literally, like, I think one of the like screenshots was like the overall dashboard in the YouTube Studio app. They made $30,000 in a month. By the way, I'm pretty sure those don't have to be taxed either because they're a nonprofit, So, like, or not a nonprofit. They're, well, technically, churches are nonprofit. Sorry, I don't know the fucking legal spiel. But, it does well. There is a lot. And I'm sure that there are people that then tune into their online services or then go to their church or just are there and support them because of that. Because you will find there will be some people that agree with you, The fact that so many communities have been a victim of abuse / oppression by Christianity should be enough. But nope, of course, they're the ones who are in pain. Only a song run. Oh, you're talking about men? especially with anti-abortion bill, your God claims to be all good, but when it comes to health of a woman, they turn a cold eye and focus on their own selfish and horrible beliefs. Here's the thing that I've realized about abortion and Christians is they will flip. They will literally like take the worst cases and just like turn it into like the worst that it possibly can be. I personally believe, based off of what I've heard on the internet, there's no way that wrong tab. Michael, I love and appreciate you, bro. I hope you're doing amazing, brother. Potassium didn't notice. He didn't notice his name. He didn't notice it. He didn't notice. Taz, thank you for the lurk. What was I saying? Fuck. What was I talking about? God damn it. Oh, anyways, my personal belief is that like 20 weeks, right, is probably where... No, I didn't hit the car. I'm just 10 hours in, dude. I am exhausted. Or my brain's like fried. Not exhausted. I'm not exhausted. I'm feeling pretty good. Anyways, 10 hours in, my fucking brain is like fucking on dial-up. Yo! PUBG with Corey and some other homies. What year is it? Dude, it's 2018. Welcome back, baby. We're pre-COVID. What's up, dude? Your name is different. You just can't see it. It's not showing up on the whatchamacallit yet. Yo, what's up, Cam? How's it going, bro? But anyways, in the church that I used to work at, they like literally this person that was in leadership came in because they were doing like rehearsals for the sermon, and she was like, I'm so sad right now because they passed a bill in New York that they will let women have abortion until the day before they are supposed to deliver. I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. Now, doing my own research, that is fucking cap. Maybe if it's life-threatening to the woman, maybe, but that's not how fucking abortions work in America, brother. Even the most fucking progressive places won't let that fucking happen. Like, what the fuck? How can we make it show up on screen? I think it just takes time for it to update with the 7TV plugin.
Number one, we were created to create. You were created in the image of God. The fifth word in the Bible is in the beginning God created. The first thing God created.
Does he just rehash?
You were made in his image. You got to press record. We were given a mission by Jesus. One, to teach everything he commanded, and he taught on everything. So there's an opportunity for channels from a Christian worldview or Judeo-Christian values worldview. There's an opportunity for business channels and motherhood channels and family channels and parenting channels and education channels and arts and entertainment and media and all these different things. And that's a mission not just to pastors or somebody that's in vocational ministry. It's a mission to you. If you would say I'm Christian, then you're called. Mark 16:15 says, go into all the world and preach the good news to all creation. What's a better way to preach the good news to all creation than YouTube? With the distribution from your home, from my home office here in Las Vegas. I'm able to connect with 174 people on here live. And if you're watching this on the replay, hit me with replay fam in the comments. Number 3, we're called to be salt and light. And we'll get into number 4 in just a second. But I also want to remind you that if you haven't heard about it, next week we're doing a 3-day YouTube challenge to 1kchallenge.com. And link is in the description as well. I'll come back to that in a little bit. Let's get into number 4. We need to scale up. There's a message to Christian content creators. Number 4, we need to scale up. Let me give you some verses. Daniel chapter 1, verse 5.
If you believe that /incest victims shouldn't get the right to save their own life /future, then sorry, not sorry, you're a fucking horrible person that shouldn't have ever got the right to live. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna calm down now. Yeah, dude, I mean, here's the thing. These conversations, it can be very frustrating and very makes you like hit a very reactionary like input and shit like that on this. And it's fair, it's fair. I think a lot of people, different people have different views and they feel very strongly about it. I think as long as you are constantly deconstructing that and reassessing why you believe that, and if that is has validity in like a universal truth, then you're winning, dude. You're winning. It's okay to feel upset sometimes about it. I really try and hold myself to the ability to, or like try to not let myself get so frustrated that I like outburst in having conversations, because there's definitely times, I mean, chat will even see me, I'll get fucking fired up on stream. I'll be like, dude, this fucking idiot. Talking about people. Most of the time it's when people lack empathy for other human beings, We probably won't watch much more of this. I mean, again, he's like pretty much saying everything Like, I agree. Like, if you're a Christian and you're gonna do this shit, this is how you should do it, you know?
So you might know Daniel in the lion's den, Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, Abednego. Daniel chapter 1, they're setting the context, and the King Nebuchadnezzar is looking for
Something you disagreed with? Oh, have I said something you disagreed with? Oh, no, dude. No. No, not at all. I probably would have talked about it and broke it down if I, like, disagreed with it. Or just been like, oh, yeah, I don't really agree. All the movies where a man has to raise his kid because he chose the baby instead of his wife during childbirth. Chris, you better choose me. Dude, I mean, I don't even know, like, if that shit's possible. Or, I mean, I know it's possible, but, like, you know, now in America, I feel like they're probably gonna know that. But yeah, I got you, Chucky. Put in that position, I got you, bro.
And to serve in the palace, to serve as his advisors, to be a part of government, to be a part of influence. And these Hebrews who are in exile at the time, Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, get
But yo, Cam, what time is it for you right now, bro?
selected for this. But this is what I find fascinating, is they were trained for 3 years, and after that, they entered the king's service. What's interesting about this is these guys were trained, this wasn't Bible college. This was training in the ways of Babylon in terms of government. I think there's something that Christians struggle with when it comes to, like, looking for overly sanitized information. When as Christians, we need the skill of eating the meat and throwing out the bones. Moses learned all the different skill sets in Egypt. So, of course...
Oh, shit, bro. Interesting hat.
we need discernment. We have to be careful, and we have to be thoughtful, and we have to have a filter. We filter everything, of course, through the Bible. But what's fascinating to me is these guys, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they skilled up. And Daniel, they had 3 years of training. So it wasn't like, yeah, I'm kind of dabbling on my content creation skills. It's kind of dabbling, learning here and there, listening to Think Mighty podcast every once in a while. This is training for 3 years. But then here's what's fascinating. Daniel chapter 1, verse 20. Whenever the king consulted them in any matter requiring wisdom and balanced judgment, he found them 10 times more capable than any of the magicians and enchanters in the entire kingdom. This was the original 10X, man. Grant Cardone didn't come up with 10X. Daniel did, right? And there's a lot of people with 10X. Like, this is, so the king consulted them. They went through the same training that everybody else went through, but you should expect, as a believer, you're a Christian content creator, you should be persuaded and convicted that he who is in you is greater than he is in the world. That you have God's super on your natural, that you have access to the gifts of the Spirit.
What's up, Frickers? Yo, what's up, Kayla? He reminds me of a youth pastor. Yeah, I think the thing is, with a lot of these people that speak about the Bible, is they've been kind of, like, whether they're intentionally doing it or not, kind of giving sort of like a cadence almost. Not cadence is the wrong word, but like way that they deliver messages that kind of reminds you of a lot of other pastors. And not that that's really wrong, you know, like probably a lot of the ways that I deliver information and talk about shit and laugh about shit and like the way that I react to stuff would probably be reminiscent to like other content creators, you know. But I think specifically there isn't many people. There's like probably like a couple of different types of people that deliver different messages in Christianity and how they do it in different ways. Some go to school to be pastors, some don't. It really just depends on, you know, where you're trying to get hired as a pastor, or if you are hired, or if you're just a volunteer. Cam! Thank you, brother. You took us back over 10 hours, or 11 hours, bro. I'm here for it. I'm trying to be live long as fuck, dude. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, chat. By the way, I think the little incentives just popped up a little bit ago. We are doing the Dono-a-thon. So, yeah, anything adds to the timer. Oh, I should have made it where followers will add to the timer. Maybe I'll be like, yo, if somebody drops a follow, add 30 seconds. Everyone waking up might push you over another day. Maybe that would be sick. Okay, so I grew up in a Christian family. I've been baptized, and through my first communion and a fond memory, I actually have is organizing and labeling my at camp because it actually seemed like a camping trip, and those kinds of things are fun. Yeah, dude. I mean, there is Bible. That's what I was about to say. Your Bible, yeah. There is a lot of like good. That's the other thing about Christianity. There's like a lot of good, again, like from the sense of community and connection with other human beings that I think is also part of the reason why a lot of people will be like consider themselves Christians and not really like push their beliefs a shit ton, because it has like such a nice sense of community, and they wouldn't want to ruin that, because there's like a lack of that in America and a lot of other countries. The Bible is not bad. The people are what makes it bad. Yes, the people who twist it and make it a bad thing. Again, that's why I'm like giving this guy so much time of day to talk about this shit, is because like I think it's interesting hearing about it, and also he's saying it in like such a good way, in my opinion. Like, he's literally spitting facts. Like, he's actually saying what, in my opinion, the New Testament says. And I'm here to hear him out, you know? I just want to hear other people out with differing viewpoints. As long as they aren't being, like, malicious with it, you know?
That you have access to the Word of God.
Which is why I don't watch Destiny anymore, because he's just blatantly malicious about it. It's why I don't listen to, like, people like Ben Shapiro on the right, you know? I don't, it's, like, malicious.
Besides the gospel and a rule of truth and the canon of scripture, it's also the greatest success book ever written. It's also the greatest book for content creators ever written. Like, anything you could ever read in here, it's better than any self-help book, better than any trending business book. And I read a lot of books. Like, and I think that's the lifestyle of the Christian content creator.
I mean, again, just as somebody that, like, didn't feel specifically spoken to in Christianity, I would disagree with the Bible is better than any self-help book, because there's been a lot of teachings from self-help books that have helped me. But then again, I never read the Bible front to back, not even the New Testament front to back, because I had dyslexia, and also the fact that people were 24/7 making me feel bad that I didn't read my Bible made me not want to read my Bible even more, because that's the type of, like, character I have. And it just made me feel guilty anytime that I would try and read it for a little bit, because I felt like it was like the gym for me. Like, I felt like if I didn't go to the gym every day, then I was failing. So if I didn't read my Bible every day, I was failing. But I do know a lot of the, like, main teachings from it, because I heard it so much. I was around it so much. I heard so many different sermons, you know, from different churches. It wasn't just the church I worked at. I went to multiple different churches, kid and young adult. I don't really agree with pushing religion onto kids, but it was never forced really as a kid. I grew up to have my own beliefs, and I'm proud of where I am now and how I would raise kids if I ever had them. Those labels are what I meant as labeling and organizing was kind of fun, not gonna lie. I think the best way to test people's faith is to throw them in a survival situation, see how fast they cave on their religion. That would be an interesting show. Oh, oops, I mean, you, my boy. All right. We're here at the end of this point, and maybe like one more, and then we'll move on to something else.
Than any trending business book. And I read a lot of books. Like,
maybe you don't like my opinion, but you don't have to wait 5 to 6 months for an abortion. Where was your mind until that time? Yeah, no, Cam, I agree with you 100%. I don't think you should wait. I don't think you should wait at all. I think if you know about it and you're like, okay, you need to, like, immediately, if you're thinking about not having it, you need to, like, within, like, a week, maybe 2 weeks. Again, I've never been in this situation, so I don't know, but that's my personal opinion, unless there's, like, somebody that, like, specifically, like, describes to me from their own personal experience how it, like, affected them differently. I think if you know about it, it's like, you go do that immediately. And you're also very aware of it, and also you use the protection given to you to not get pregnant, you know? Like, you do everything you can, and then if it's the last resort, then you go get the abortion. Because I still, like, for me, I don't specifically... Yo, Cam, thank you for another 2 gifted subs, brother. I appreciate you. Yo, Zachary got one. Let's fucking go, baby. Who else? Oh, C2Go Games, dude. Fuck yeah. But yeah, Cam, no, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you 100%. I don't think you should wait a long time. I think you need to, like, immediately, as soon as you find out about it, if you're back a ways, for sure, like, be like, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And again, like, that point, like, when I said 20 weeks, that is my opinion based on the fact that I've heard a couple of different people say that is when, like a lot of brain activity starts in a fetus, right? And I could be wrong by this. I need to do this is why I don't, like, specifically say usually a certain time, because I haven't done hard-hitting, like, research for my own to find my own moral compass on that, you know, on where that's at. I think that, but that is, like, where I've heard that, like, your brain really starts to get developed, and that's where I'm like, yo, because that's, like, you know, consciousness of any form is, like, when you have, like, in my opinion, at least from everything, again, I have to do a full deep dive. I think that abortion should be legal, like, especially for people of, you know, incest, that kind of nature, and also for people who catch it, you know, early, or it can be life-threatening, or, you know, somebody's like, I'm still relatively early on in my pregnancy, I'm going to be a single mother, I'm not going to have the money to support this kid, type of thing. And my main problem lies with Christians that are anti-abortion is the fact that their political views do not represent supporting a single mother, you know, or supporting a orphan child. That is where my biggest viewpoints in the situation like lie, is the fact that people that are like pro-life are not pro-life. They're pro-birth. They're pro that child being born, but they don't want to do anything or really support any causes, at least not the main group of them. And all the people that I've been around that way, they don't support any, whether it's a nonprofit or just like political views, support people that will support those kids, you know? Nate from We Are Family. Evening. Good evening. But yeah. There's a common moral story I love. There's a guy who is stuck in a flooding river and a boat goes by. Someone says, dude, come on, we got to get out of here. But the dude says, no, God will save me. The man drowns and goes to heaven. He says to God, what the hell? And God says, what do you mean? I sent boats your way. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I feel that, bro. It's like, yo, let me fucking, like, God can be the one sending you these, like, signs on this stuff, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I think it's fucked that someone like my mother kept getting pregnant and attempting to abort all her children. Like, bitch, get some birth control or stop fucking men. Yo, yeah. I also think you can, like, look at scenarios where, you know, lovingly, listen, turn up with your kinks, people, you know, do your own thing, you know, I'm pro fucking testing out your sexuality and everything like that, but, like, if you're, like, you got a breed kink and you're just out there getting crazy abortions, okay, you're getting, like, abortions, like, every, like, however much your body allows you to, like, conceive a child, listen, brother, we gotta have, I think you gotta check your moral compass. Because if you're, like, intentionally getting that shit, yo, Cam, thank you. Yo, the zesty dog. I love the zesty dog gift so much. Oh my god. It's gotta be like, yo, like, I feel like some people should check themselves in the mirror and be like, yo, okay, listen, this is fun, but, like, I need to do something. Give me an IUD. Let me pop that thing in my pussy, which is extremely painful, by the way. But, like, yo, we gotta, you know, watch it a little bit more here, brother. This isn't. You're on a fringe part of the human existence. Does anyone know if it's true that birth control can hurt women or cause blood clots? I had an ex-mother-in-law who was extremely religious and would tell me off. I'd research any birth control you'd attempt to use. There's plenty of horror stories from birth control. Yeah, there's different kinds, right? Cam, thank you again for the biddies, brother. Add in more time to the clock. Let's go. Appreciate you. If you are anti-abortion, you should be forced to adopt/foster children. You cause the issue. You help fix it. Yes. Or forced to at least, or like, I don't know, dude. I think, like, morally, you should just be like, oh, okay. Well, then let me, like, support things that are going to support these women that now have to carry these babies since we were forcing them to have children. Like, I don't know. Universal healthcare, you know, things like these. Oh, maybe I should be pro to that, not so strongly against that if I'm so pro-life, you know? But I agree. These people that are pro-life, there should at least be a portion of them that adopt kids. But guess what? There really is not. You know what? Here, let me Google this. Let me Google this right now. What percent of women, I do not want to look up that first result. I would be horrified, bro. What percent, or not women, sorry, of pro-lifers adopt children? Let's look this up. Only, yo, five gifted. Oh my God, we're almost back up to 12 hours. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Chris isn't going to bed. Wah! Yo, Tango Downer, thank you for the follow, brother. I appreciate you. Dude, let's fucking go. Oh, about 1%, 2 to 4%. Oh, in the U.S. adopt. Okay. Does pro-life have a... Where is the... Oh, did it play? God damn it. Oh, there it is. Oh, yo, Nate, thanks for the sub, homie. Appreciate you. There's no actual statistic on this, so there's no real way to know. Practicing Christians adopt twice the rate of the general population. Catholics are 3 times more likely to adopt. There is a strong correlation between these things and pro-life policy positions, so it's pretty easy. It's pretty safe to say that most likely pro-life people do indeed adopt at higher rates than pro-choice people. I mean, that's cool, bro. If that's true, that's awesome. I hope that that is really true. I had a friend in high school who was admittedly against abortion. This was long before the whole pro-life thing. She wasn't even religious. She just was pro-baby. Guess what? She got pregnant accidentally, and the first thing she did was get an abortion. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of people in America specifically, too. Just wanted to pop in and let you all know that the world is a better place with you in it, and happy birthday. Yo, Tango, appreciate you, Cam. Cam, you better watch yourself. I'm gonna kiss you on the lips. On them blissy lip. My bad, man. I understand people not wanting to adopt because I like the idea of giving birth to their blood-related kid, but, like, that should be an even better reason to put more time into thinking about taking care of a baby mentally and financially. Yes, all them rich motherfuckers having opinions on birth control and sex education need to support the babies that are born from young people not having the resources or education to protect themselves. I do agree with that as well. Like, if... I just think, like, morally... I don't know, dude. I guess I could, like, really think about this in my own ways in life. You know, if I ever get any amount of wealth for, like, the people that I disagree with. But, like, if you are very, very well off financially and you very, very much are pro-life, pro-life, I'm going to say pro-birth, right? I think you should be at least putting a little tiny bit of money into, like, something like, you know, orphanages or anything like that. Fucking places for sexual education or, you know, Planned Parenthood, from what I understand of it, I'm not an expert on it, but they do give out, like, protection and stuff like that, you know? I had a pregnancy scare with my ex twice. Although it was one of the worst and stressful times of my life, it was also a very good life lesson because I grew up on the poor side, and it makes me resent rich people or rich people or anyone in general who view it as nothing. Yeah. Tough for me to understand. We struggled with infertility for over a decade, spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to get pregnant. Oh, shit. Yeah, definitely. You're definitely on, like, the other side of the coin, you know, where it's like, holy shit, we're trying so hard to fucking have a baby here. These motherfuckers, they just fucking accidentally bust a little inside and they got a whole ass kid. If you have the money to protect yourself and or care for children and you're still contributing to the system population, fuck you. Oh, yeah. I think I get what you're saying. We have twin 1-year-olds. All good now. Yo, good, Nate. Good. Nate, thanks for hanging out, by the way. Appreciate you, homie. Gang, can I have mod? What? Bro, I've had 4 scares. And I have had scares before. That shit is... Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's wild. And my ex's mother was super religious. She forced one of the Plan B boxes. Oh, she found one of the Plan B boxes and claimed I was going to hell when I sobbed and said I was going to throw my condoms away. She told me to keep it, which at 18 was so misleading. Oh. Also, I just want to say, this isn't me, like, trying to shit on Christians, by the way. I literally, like, I never want to, I never want that to be the conversation. And even Christians that come in here are hostile with me, I will still try and have a nice conversation. If, like, I'm literally actively disagreeing with what they're saying and they'll, like, talk to me about that shit, I will hear them out. I want to talk about it. I want to, like, try and see everybody, you know, evenly and understand their points, you know? So that this isn't me shitting on Christianity. It's just me shitting on the extremely toxic, like, organized part of it, you know? She also used Christianity as an excuse for everything. Oh, bro. Holy fuck. Oh, she wanted you to marry her daughter? Oh my god. Keep shitting on them. LOL, atheist here. It's all good. Dude. Nate, you chill as hell. Appreciate you. I know fucking... Now with you, Nate, I know 3 Nates, and all of them are chill as hell for different reasons, and I'm here for it. Oh, by the way, Nate, if you prefer to watch on Twitch, I'm live over there as well. Oh, shit. Oh, are you in Aussie land? Wait, no, you're not in Aussie land. You said 40 degrees. Like, she was extremely abusive to her daughter. It's how Jesus would want. Oh, yeah. (40°F). I Americanized it for you, my guy. Oh, dude. Stop. You're too real like that, Nate. Thank you. Chris, am I still TikTok moderator? I mean, maybe. If TikTok didn't make me remove anyone to be a moderator, then yes. But they are very strict, and they're like, yo, remove moderators. My dad was giving all of his money to my mother when my brother was a baby. She had the money to protect herself, and I was still born. She tried to abort me. My dad worked on boats, so they had plenty of money, and she still has children after me. None of us know our mother and my siblings are in the system, so fuck her and fuck the people like her, plus everything she did to us as babies. No, that is fair. That is absolutely fair.
And I think that's the lifestyle of the Christian content creator. You spend 3 years in Babylon, you like Moses spending time in Egypt, but then also just knowing that culture did not influence Daniel. Daniel influenced the culture. Lived a little bit of a different lifestyle, had a different diet, prayed 3 times a day, but also was trained. Number 4 is you got to skill up. Like if you are a Christian content creator, you got to go a little bit deeper at times than just like, I'm just going to pray and my channel's going to grow. And I know like that's not what you think, but that's how some people like, it's God's will, my channel will go. Actually, God's will is that you would skill up. Like God's will is that you take responsibility.
God's will is you boss the fuck up, bruh. God's will is you stand 10 toes toe on business. Okay, that's God's will for your ass. Up until the pandemic, and that drove me to atheism. F them. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on exactly what that is. Do you have like a very basic like breakdown of what that is? Chris gave me autism. I gave him the aughts. Probably felt good as hell. Yeah, dude, my bussy queefed a little when I hit that stretch a second ago.
The will is that you would meditate on the law, Joshua chapter 1, so that in doing so, you may prosper in all your ways. That when you would skill up and learn skills and develop your skills and abilities, the horse is prepared for the day of battle, the victory belongs to the Lord. There's something that you have a responsibility in to skill up. And these guys skilled up, but then when God's super came on their natural, there's these magicians, these enchanters.
God's what? What?
Something that you have a responsibility in to skill up. And these guys skilled up, but then when God's super came on their natural.
When God's super came on their natural? Yo! Their natural what? Their natural pussy? My bad, dude. Sorry, we're getting, we're at the 10-15 mark here.
There's these magicians, these enchanters.
We'll stop talking about this in a second. I think, this we would have got through this in a half an hour, but chat, we just be talking about serious deep shit, and I love it, dude. That's why I be I'll be fucking watching these videos because I love having these conversations. It feeds my brain. It probably plays into my fucking ego, of self a little bit, but also spelled anti-theism is the philosophical position that theism should be oppressed. Oh, okay. We actively push back. Oh, okay.
And in every matter,
makes sense. That makes sense. After Indigo, I played The Walking Dead, and then we literally played that for so long, bro. We played that for like 8 hours, or not 8 hours, but like we played that to like the 8-hour mark. It was good, bro. It was good. Those games, they're stressful. Like any of those games where I have to make decisions, they like stress me out and shit. But it was really fun. I'm definitely gonna play more. Also, Cam, thank you so much again for the subs, brother. You did not have to be that fucking kind of my dumb ass. Appreciate you hooking the community up with subs. Appreciate you adding some time to this timer. I am so excited to stream through today and just hang out with everybody. Yeah.
Find wisdom and balanced judgment. King Nebuchadnezzar found them more capable. 10x so. So I just think there's going to be a revolution. I think we're already in it. It's cool to see different people that are creating content, Alan Parr and Ruslan and Isaiah and I got some other friends right now. I got some people that have been growing with shorts like crazy. And these are like Christian channels. But then you also have, like, you'd be shocked. I'm in a mastermind of Christian business.
Oh, dude. Yes, U100 Indigo was amazing, bro. I think it's gonna push the needle a lot for like indie mascot horror. Like, it is so good for a free game.
Leaders, people you don't even know that are in places of influence, and with leaders of all different backgrounds. Like, God is up to something on the earth. It's pretty incredible. And the opportunity for us as content creators is to take skilling up seriously, but then also to entrust the whole thing. Not make his plans, God will direct our steps. Entrust your work to the Lord, and He will help it prosper. And so there's something about skilling up and leading into the supernatural. Proverbs 22:29 says, I don't know, I posted the wrong scripture there. I'm on a Google Doc here. You see someone who's so diligent in business will stand.
Words Christianity and feeling titled are too similar. Yeah, again, I think the problem is like a lot of the stuff in Christianity, at least like organized Christianity right now. Wait, follow still doesn't work? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. I'll take a look at it after the stream, Kilo. Is like, it's such like built into your sense of self that then it like kind of boosts your ego a little bit. When they throw Bible quotes at you like that means something. It's like quoting Lord of the Rings to me. Dude, yeah, it's like, I don't know, dude. It's so hard. I think Sean overall is doing a good job of like sharing. Because again, you know, I don't like anybody that doesn't force their religion on me. I'm always going to hear out and be supportive of. Like, if this genuinely helps someone, then like, fuck yeah. Like, this dude clearly connects with it and he believes it and it gives him peace of mind. And, you know, there are some good things in like the New Testament of like loving each other and shit like that. And I'm all for that, you know? But yeah, there's definitely some like entitlement here. And also, yeah, like just randomly taking bits and pieces from the Bible and then throwing it into your narrative. I feel like you could like make pretty much any narrative that you want. Again, I think he's saying it in a very healthy way. Like, this is like good. Like, he's basically just telling Christians like do and create content. He's trying to inspire them, you know? But, you know, I mean, I'm Christian. I just started going to church again. Hello, but I don't do everything involved in the religion itself. Yeah, bro. I mean, I think there's a lot of room, especially now as people are starting to like have a lot more knowledge given to them. A lot more knowledge given to them. To be like a Christian and also like not have to follow every little tiny thing. I'm so traumatized. I started reciting John 3:16 in my head when Taz said it. Dude, I still remember the first Bible verse I ever memorized because they were like, they're going to take your Bibles away. Yo, what's up, Just Vusi? How's it going, gangster? Any gifters? You can tell when it clearly becomes more about control, hence a lot of toxic Mormonism as well. Not just Christianity, religion as a whole. Yes. Vusi. Did I say Vosi? Is it wait. No, it's definitely Vu. Yeah? Vusi? That sounded funny. Oh, word. My bad. When you get a second, bet.
And before kings, not before common men. Let me give you a different version of it.
They call them lukewarm Christians. Yeah, dude, I really think that like that whole like lukewarm Christian thing that motherfuckers have going on is like really destructive to a lot of people. Like, I think it just starts like infighting and it's problematic.
See any skilled workers, truly competent workers. They will serve before kings, not ordinary people. It's my belief that the lid on your content creator growth, it could be timing, and sometimes like it's good to use your season in obscurity to prepare you for popularity. I was talking to my friend Nicholas Barely yesterday about the theme of scripture being a lot slower than we would like in terms of viral culture. You know who went viral? Was Saul. He got anointed king, put into kingship, and then he had a horrible fall, King Saul, because he didn't really have a lot of character development time. Meanwhile, David had lions, tigers, and bears, actually got anointed, so I had to wait like 7 years.
He didn't build enough lore, okay? That was the problem with Saul, okay? That's why he failed, okay? He didn't have enough lore. He wasn't collecting enough dad/king lore, so he failed. He had a horrible fall, okay? He was out getting the hose, okay, brother? What's happening with Christians? Oh, nothing. I'm just fucking reacting to this fucking video because it was like, it came up in my suggestions. I was like, oh boy, what's this? But he's actually like doing a pretty good job, in my opinion. The fact that they attack their own French followers is hilarious. They ain't your enemy. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like politicians. It's like people that have like different political views. The amount of infighting that happens in like especially like America is like crazy. It's like that with Christianity. But like unlike politicians, the main thing for Christianity should just be loving each other like Jesus said. But for some reason a lot of times when you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Christian, but I'm gay," or like, "Oh, I'm a Christian, but I support LGBTQIA rights," or like, "I'm a Christian, but I'm pro women's choice," then you get called a lukewarm Christian. Yeah, dude, you ain't a Christian enough. You are the enemy. Dopey as fuck. Yeah. I like to think everyone believes in the same entity, and they've given this entity different names. I apologize if this offends anyone. Please don't death me. No, I like that a lot. And what is a TLDR? Oh, shit, dude. What's a TLDR again, dude? I see Jesus on a skateboard to even flow my mind. Hell yeah. I need the amount of lore that is in Attack on Titan, but in Christianity. Is that a logical answer? Wait. Answer? Answer? A logical answer?
Years plus more years until he was like fully Judah king versus Israel king. You saw Moses like passionate, but made some mistakes in his life.
Nate said it. Too long, don't read.
Years in the wilderness. Joseph had a clear vision of what he was called to, but then had to get thrown into a pit. Then it was like, "Cool, I'm in Potiphar's house. Shoot, now I'm in prison." And then eventually he reaches. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit longer to get to your destiny, right? Sometimes the growth of your channel, use your season in obscurity to prepare you for popularity. But the cap ultimately on the growth of your channel is that your content sucks. I mean, do you see any truly competent workers? They'll serve before kings, not common men. Here's the promise that if content is king, so that when good content is posted to YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, the algorithm promotes.
Tower of Babel, dude. Good fucking boundary song. I'll say it. Yo, what's up, Goofy?
If you develop competency.
How goes it, Pookster? How's it going? You trying to get kissed up on? My bad, brother. Don't know what got into me this morning. The morning wood is up. That's the reason that set the different religions. Yeah. Is there like actual proof that the Tower of Babylon like actually existed? Is there like proof of that? You know? That's my thing with that. That's like, I'm like, yo. It just kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's because when I was young, they were like, yeah, Santa Claus is real. Also, there's the Tower of Babylon, and that's how we have people of different languages now. And I'm like, huh? What? Yeah, they tried to build the heaven. God got mad, so he fucking split everyone up. Because people and wanted to reach God, and he said, nuh-uh, complicates the world. People in the street will call my kids a blessing. I really got to restrain myself. No, 100K and 10 years of frustration and fighting made my babies, Karen. I think Attack on Titan was just too OP for Christianity lore. Dude, Zeus was too OP for Christianity lore. They couldn't write him in. They're going to do a rewrite next year, though, for the Marvel's Christianity. For the Marvel, the Bible. They're going to add Zeus in that bitch. Thor gonna be in that hoe. Thor gonna be tearing it up with Jesus. They're actually gonna come back and turn up on the Romans one time. You know what I'm saying? Jesus and Thor.
We need to scale up. If you work on your content, and I want this to be challenging, but also be encouraging. I think about like Sean. I just discovered you. You're an overnight success. Yeah, overnight success just takes 20 years. I started shooting video in 2003 for my church. Started the first YouTube channel in 2007 for my church.
Oh, dude, no. Don't even get me started, brother. Don't even get me started. That's how I got. Well, I mean, not into YouTube, but how I got into making video was doing video at church. Dude, yeah, I wanted to do a YouTube channel. I wanted to do a YouTube channel for the fucking church, but again, I already told you guys that story. They were like, no, we're not doing YouTube. What the fuck? What is that? There's no way one motherfucker fucked us all over. That's like the one motherfucker that tells the teacher we had homework when she forgot. Or are we talking about Adam and Eve right now? Yo. Dude, listen. I don't believe in the Big Bang, and I don't believe in a lot of whatchamacallit. I don't believe in a lot of whatchamacallit. What's it called? I'm blanking on it, dude. Sorry. Fucking 10 hours and 30 minutes in. Evolution. I think there's some truth to that, but also not really. But like also, yo, we came from two people and they fucking fucked each other and then they're fucking I think he's spitting right now. Cause there's like, you know, in science there's just like a lot of shit. Like shit is constantly changing and evolving. but it's like all provable stuff, but that doesn't have to contradict your religion, you know? Like your belief in a higher power. I can't fucking even get close to proving a higher power, but I'm still going to believe that there is one, you know? And that's not going to contradict myself of hearing like fact and like logical shit. Not like a, you know, Ben Shapiro type way. Fact and logic, don't care about your feelings, you know, that kind of way. Like, who gives a fuck about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in a skepticism way. Bro, sorry. There is people, I forget who it is, but they like claim that Noah's Ark, by the way, yeah, dude, fucking, hey, yeah, I love all my children. Ooh, I'm gonna fucking drown them all because they were bad. But, you know, the reason why I'm so mad at them is because Jesus hasn't come to die on the cross yet. And like when he does that, then I'm really gonna be a loving, caring God. Because me, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit are all the same thing. But prior to that, I fucking hated those fools on earth. They fucking suck. But then when like Jesus came and he died, but he was like me, but like at the same time he like wasn't me because he was like human. He was 100% human, 100% God. Then I like started fucking with them fools like for real. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah. So like I destroyed a whole ass city and turned this dude's wife into fucking salt. Fucking talk about being the salt of the earth, like fucking our boy Sean was talking about. Anyways. Fucking talked about fucking that shit, you know, fucking lit up that city, and then I drowned everybody else and all the animals. Fuck the animals, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't handpick them for Noah's Ark, though, so fuck them. Fuck them all and day mama. As Kendrick Lamar would say. I heard that we were all actually that killed the dinosaurs. I liked it, so I stole it. It's okay to not know how it all started. Assigning some guy to it, saying he created it all as a way to fill in the blanks ain't right. We don't have to have all the answers. Yeah, bro, that's 100% how I believe. Like right now in life is that I don't know how the fuck the world was made. I don't know where the fuck. Sorry, this might be a little trigger warning. I don't know where the fuck I go when I die. Okay, I know a lot of chat has existential crises about that, but that's okay, dude. We don't have to know it all. We don't have to spend our entire lives fucking worried about it. I actually heard a quote that a band was using as a sample, and basically. TLDR it. Okay. Summarize it. There we go. It was basically like this dude spent his entire life worrying about death. And then when it came to that moment that he was about to die, he realized he spent his whole life worrying about death for this one simple moment that is going to happen so quickly. So why did he spend almost his entire existence worried about this one thing? I was like, holy fuck, because there's no way to avoid it. You know, like, we can be like, oh, dude, we're going to be able to upload our consciousnesses into robots by the time we're about to die. Yeah, but that doesn't fucking promise anything, dude. You know, anyone can die tomorrow. Did I what's literally there? The universe is way more detailed and amazing than what they teach in the Bible. Enjoy it. Dude, that's one of the other, like, you know, like, glass-breaking moments for me with Christianity and, like, the whole, like, you know, Genesis idea. It's like, yo, okay, so God made the earth. What about all the other fucking planets? Huh? What about that? And then my mom was like, oh, no, he, like, created creation. And I was like, oh, okay. I see that now. And then I, like, said that to one of the church leaders at the church I ended up working at. And they're like, no, he made the earth. He didn't make creation. He made the earth. And I was like, what? And then it got fucked up for me again. Y'all remember when the government confirmed the aliens? Yeah, dude. Chris, would you go to Kennywood if I paid for you and your partner to come with me? I got no friends, like, literally. I mean, shit, probably, bro, but you ain't got to do all that. Let me know when you're thinking about going. It's really just, like, if I have shit going on, no, but if I have, a couple days free, I would be down. I'm not a big rider, though, but I would come for the vibes and the food. I'll stick around for the vibes. I think Noah just experienced a tsunami. Yeah, I mean, that could have been it, too.
To prevent that from happening.
Dude, listen. I mean, obviously, you know, founding fathers may not have had the best moral compasses, considering the fact that they had slaves. I understand a different time. Whatever. Right? Some people will say to that, right? But if they saw the way that our political system worked in America right now, oh my God, they would be pissed. They'd be like, yo, we literally wrote this into the fucking thing. You were supposed to overthrow them. What are you guys doing? They had slave teeth in their dentures and animal teeth. Yeah, and some fucking wood. Shit like that. They're probably terrifying looking. Yeah, dude. They got them depictions of them fucking paintings and shit. Nuh-uh, that's not what they look like. Don't lie to me. I mean, shit, dude. Neil cooked. Okay, we're probably gonna end this here. I think this video is useful. If I do make this a YouTube video, YouTube folks, I will link this if you guys want to go keep watching. I think he has a lot of good points. You know, I think and he's genuinely sharing it from a place of like wanting to inspire people, not out of like the Christianity that I have the problem with, which is, you know, like, we need to tell these fucking stupid liberals that they're fucking wrong. Praying for all the Christian creators out there. Let's do it together. As a Christian content creator, I've been praying and asking God to show me my purpose with my channel. I stumbled on this video today. There are no coincidences with God. Thank you for sharing such a great video. Very helpful. I'm a Christian content creator, and I'm not giving up no matter what. I've been subscribed to you for a decade, but wasn't always a believer. I just got married last year and came back to the Lord Jesus. And just so it happened to be starting up my YouTube channel to prepare to make Christian content. I love hearing you talk about the Lord, and you should definitely do live streams like this more often. Thank you, Sean. Oh, and one last thing on this topic. I think him talking about like making the culture and like being a part of the culture is like, if you are a Christian, I think is something very, very important, right? Because, like, for me, music, John Bellion, right? He's a Christian. This dude is making the culture. He is one of the biggest producers in the world. He has made some of the biggest fucking songs. He has his own independent fucking career. He will reference God. He'll talk about it some, but that's not his, like, he's not a Christian artist, right? But he's probably reached more people than most Christian artists and improved their lives, or, you know, taught them about like God in some way than, again, most Christian artists, just because he is trying to do what he feels called to, not feel like he needs to like jam something down people's throats, you know, which I think a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm in these comment sections are probably like, oh, I'm making a Christian channel where they're going to like share Bible verses or like, you know, take on head on like political topics in a Christian view. And like, you know, again, I'm with him. If you feel called to that, that's your fucking truth. Fucking do it, man. You know, I might not agree with it, but do it. But also, like, you don't have to do it either. You know, if that's not what you're called to, that's not what you have to do. It's quite convenient that everyone but Noah's family was dead from the flood. Motherfucker could have told any story. True, dude.